Hi guys, real quick, I'm just coming on just to give this to you that I received yesterday while I was driving. So the season that we're in and entering into is Ruth season. And the reason I say this and how God put it to me, so I'm relaying it to you, is in our lives where some of us are, Ruth had some trying times. If we know the story of Ruth, we in the Bible, we realize that her season was hard, but God still brought her through and gave her a life that was abundant. And that's what God is saying to us. You're in your Ruth season. And some of the things that happened in Ruth's life was she dealt with death, right? From, from a spouse that she was dealing with, and she had to move to a new land. And then, from there, she dealing with poverty, dealing with not having enough, And so she went out in the field and she worked. But God still favored her. In that time of her, all the trials that she was going through, God still came through for her and favored her with Boaz and, with, giving her a baby and giving her, making her name great again. And so God is saying that to a lot of us. He's saying that it's not over, Ruth. It's not over, Ruth. And, for the guys listening, this goes the same for you. God has a perfect story for us all. And he is doing it in this season to where if you're a guy, you'll meet your Ruth, or you'll be able to identify your Ruth. And if not even just that, like I said, life happens for all of us, whether it be death, whether it be financial issues, whether it be health. But God is the ultimate redeemer. And so yesterday while driving, I was driving straight ahead, and there was a detour, and I took the detour. And as I'm passing, I could see myself go straight, and I see Ruth Avenue. And I was like, wow, okay. But I passed it, and I went to a dead end. It was like a cul-de-sac. And I'm like, where am I going? This dead end, this way that they took me brought me to a dead end. It's brought me to a cul-de-sac that I had to turn around and go back. And when I turned around and went back, I was on Ruth. I had to go to turn on Ruth Avenue. And God was speaking to me in that moment. A lot of us, the things that's going to happen to us is going to be just as it was. You not intentionally looking for it, just as Ruth wasn't. Ruth was just moving along as she had to. Her husband had passed. She decided to go along with her mother-in-law, right? Because she said, your people are my people. And she decided to go there with her. And she was working in the fields, to bring, the grain and the food and what they needed. And just then life changed. So I'm just telling you all just to hold on. We are in the Ruth season. We are in the Ruth season. God can still do it. And I know it's hard because it's hard for me. Trust me. But God is still the Redeemer, and he just wanted to let me know that we are in our Ruth season. I had to turn. I was going someplace else. I had that detour. That detour threw me off, and I wasn't expecting it. I was going straight thinking I'm knowing where I'm going. I'm going to turn down the next block, and that block was not there. I had to turn back around. And so in our, season where we are now, where we're going, a lot of us don't know what God has planned. And even if we have an idea, right, he always, God's plan is like no other. So just keep your heads up. Know that we're in a Ruth season. I really pray that you receive what I'm saying. And I'm praying that the best for everyone. And I love you guys. And just hang in there. You're in your Ruth season. And I can't wait to hear all the testimonies. Take care. Bye.